welcome back to the Wild Thoughts podcast. I'm your co-host, Kat.
I'm your co-host, Afi.
And we're back for season 2.
Yes! And in person, as you can see, we're all hyped.
Yeah, we are. Our setup is not quite what we'd want it to be, personally.
But it's okay. We still love it. We're grateful.
Yeah, exactly.
Started from the bottom.
Yeah, we're going to see our progression because we're manifesting
not
it
bad.
now.
Yeah, we're manifesting that we're going to have
our own
studio that's going to be gorgeous. Going to have all the equipment that we want.
We're going to have a neon sign. We're going to be those basic bitches with a Wild Thoughts neon sign.
Exactly.
I can't
wait. Bad basic bitches.
Yes, exactly. Always bad bitches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
okay. So before we get into the episode today, Afi, how was your week?
Oh,
Any
I forgot about our update. Honestly, I've had a very hectic week. Just because every time I try to do something goes wrong. Either I get a headache or I'm just really tired or I don't wake up. But something really fun. I went to a restaurant for the first time this week. And
which one?
I went to India Rosa, which is in the Plateau area in Montreal. It's really good. It's it's Indian food, but it's not Americanized. It's actually authentic because the owners are also Indian. But it's very nice inside. It has a nice bar inside. Nice. It's really, and the drinks are really nice. And the food was so good. And at first I was I don't care about going back to restaurants. I'll just have a picnic in the park. I love that.
Yeah.
And then I would see everyone posting that they were going to restaurants, and I was like,
it's another feeling.
I missed it. And then I went and I was like, oh my God, it feels like we're back to kind of how it was. So it was weird. I recommend go to any restaurants that you can, a nice terrace.
Yeah, I have a reservation next week with Leander and her sister. We booked it 3 weeks in advance.
Good, because you don't want to.
I'm so excited.
I didn't wait long because it was a waiting list, and I went at night. But you don't want to wait. You just want to.
Yeah, and honestly, I forgot where we booked, but it was I think it's. I don't know if it's a rooftop terrace, but
that's nice.
I can't remember which
Is it
one.
in the Old Port?
I think so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember. I'm just along for the ride.
This is weird because I feel we always do on Zoom, so I'm not used to looking at your face.
Oh, wow.
But
insulted.
No, not weird in a bad way.
I'm kidding.
But also, what was I gonna say? Yeah, you're gonna love it. And I just the music was playing, and you're just oh my God, and you're I want to go out.
I see everyone's stories. I'm
it's really fun. You think you don't miss it, but then when you go,
I miss it.
I miss it.
I'm ready to dress up.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna enjoy it.
Oh my God, I love that for you.
That was my week. That was the highlight. I worked. I try to organize and plan things out, but yeah,
nice.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, it's good.
How about you, Kathy?
Honestly, this week, again, I've just been working, but I was more exhausted this week. I don't know why. I didn't want to do anything at night, and I would just watch my shows or watch movies.
Yeah, which is all right. You're allowed.
It's all good.
She's the Man is on Netflix.
Is it? Because I've been wanting to watch it.
Yesterday, I started watching it. I was like, what?
Okay, I'm watching it tonight.
Okay, anyways, just had to say that.
But
it's
I
never
watched finally To All the Boys I Loved Before Part 3. Because I was waiting for...
Girl, you waited so freaking long.
Because the last time we watched it with all the girls. So I think I had it in the mind. I'm
when we were there. Yeah, we were at
your place. I'll just wait for them. But then I was like, hey, no.
I watched it a long time ago.
It's it's bad, but it was I was smiling the entire time.
It's corny and you're like, what's his name again?
Noah Centineo.
No, but Peter
Kavinsky. I was yelling.
Yeah.
I was like, Peter, you better get your shit together.
But he's kind of annoying at this point.
Oh, yeah. Team John Ambrose. 100%.
Wait, in the third one, he's not there, though.
No, because she chose Peter Kavinsky.
Did you watch the movie that he did with, was it Netflix? The dance one that he's in?
The dance
with,
one.
The other Disney girl. The blonde. The one who's
Yes, I did.
That one was actually kind of good. Yeah.
They were their moves.
Yeah, they were
He
good.
was hot in there.
Yeah, he's honestly at first I was like, but in the movie I like him.
Yeah.
In the
theater kid. I think he was on another.
He looks like one.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's why he knows the moves, Yeah. He sang and played instruments.
Oh, but did he sing in the movie?
I remember him singing in 12 the Boys I've Loved Before, like the second one.
Oh yeah, not, he played the piano or something. Yeah,
but he sings really well. Like I followed him on TikTok.
I think I saw him once. Yeah.
You must.
No, that's a good. To All the Boys. I think the first one is the best though.
Oh, 100%.
It's always like that.
Yeah.
The sequels and whatever. What do you call a third one?
I think it's sequels. I don't know. Trilogy. I think that's a book. I don't know.
Oh
but that was so fun. I was like in such a good mood after.
Yeah.
And then like I watched another movie after, but it was like really stupid. Like I can't even remember what the name was. It was an Adam Sandler movie that I've never seen before, but it was like not good. So I don't
Spanglish?
No. Okay. It's like I don't know. I don't even want to bring it up because it wasn't that good.
Let's not. It's not memorable.
But then after I got into bed, I was reading my book, which I was reading.
I want to read it now because you're like
it's a book called The Hating Game.
I heard about it. It was on my Goodreads.
If you guys love rom-coms, you're gonna love this book because it's literally a fan fiction. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
It's written like a fan fiction, so it's like it's not bad,
it sounds
but
petty.
it's not like amazing. You know what I mean? It's like a fun read, a beach read.
It's more like ooh, like what's gonna happen.
I'm like I couldn't stop reading just because I was like, it's an enemies to lovers. I'm like, I need them to get together.
Oh, it sounds like that. The Hating Game.
Love it.
It's like it sounds a bit toxic.
Yeah, but honestly, I love
toxicity.
I love toxicity. Enemies to lovers tropes, like.
Okay, I'm gonna read it.
I love it.
When I finish my first book.
Love triangles, like all that like drama.
Kathy thrives.
I like live off of it. I feed off of it.
No, I get it. It's like an interesting read, and you're like, ooh, it's like watching a movie, but you're reading it.
No, literally, that's what it was like.
Yeah.
And I was picturing like the characters in my mind, and I'm like,
that's good.
It's gonna be a movie. They're turning it into a movie.
Oh, wasn't it like based on a movie?
No. It says
they're turning. It's usually the book that's based on. Yeah. Oh shit! So we're gonna watch that. Oh my God! You already know what happens.
It's a little scandalous sometimes. It doesn't matter.
It's gonna be like. But you see, when I read books, I can't always picture it in my mind.
You have to just like.
I think it's because I don't read them enough, so that way I forget what the
Honestly,
story.
I think you would like this just because it's an easy read.
Yeah,
you don't have to like
think
take
about
the time to get into it. Like you're just in it.
I just need to change my habit. It's because like instead of reading, I always like think as relaxing. I put on TV. Like always in the background.
But see, that's what you have to do. What I do, where I'll watch TV until like I want to go to bed.
Yeah, and then right before you go to bed.
Exactly.
That's smart. Okay, wait. Anything else?
No, that's it. I just had a really nice night last night.
Okay, we love that. I'm happy you had a good night to like.
Yeah.
Holding together your hectic week.
So good. And then I couldn't fall asleep after because I was in such a good mood. But I was so bored. I was I have nothing to do.
I could only fall asleep when I have a show on.
Oh, my TV is always playing just because I need the noise.
Isn't that sad?
It is sad.
But I always try, when I want to like turn off the TV and I try to fall asleep just like that, I can't.
Oh, same. Because then I'm like consumed with thoughts.
And then I don't have and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to turn the TV back on. I'm just going to try to sleep. And then I just end up not sleeping.
Because then I have like, I do this thing actually. Okay, we're rambling now. But
like 10-minute introduction.
I do this thing where like, if I have the TV off and I'm trying to fall asleep, I'll do this thing where like a bunch of thoughts go in my mind. And then I'm like, wait, how did I get to this thought? And then I'll backtrack.
What?
Instead of clearing my mind, I'm like, oh, I thought of this because of this, then this because of like.
Oh my God, I've never done that.
I always do that.
That's interesting. You need the source of where your thought came from.
I'm like, isn't it weird that I started thinking about like socks, let's say, and I ended up thinking about a hamburger.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How do you even go back to like
it takes
track
time, and this is why I can't fall asleep.
Okay, Kathy, just keep your TV on. But wait, after you read your book, you put back your TV, or you read it while your TV's on?
My TV's on, but at a low volume, which is not good for electricity.
I do that. But like I'll be even on my anything like my TV's just like on.
I need noise.
It's so bad.
Yeah. No,
it's not bad, but it's just like I don't want to be dependent on my TV.
You're like wasting electricity for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta learn. It's fine.
It's okay. We'll be okay. Anyways, I'm excited for today's topic.
Yes.
Guys, it's a juicy... Well, it's not... It's a lot of story times, I think.
Okay, I just put on a light because the sun is going in and out, so sorry for the video people. The lighting's gonna be shit, but anyways.
It's okay. You'll enjoy the contents of it.
Yeah. Okay, so today's topic is cringe things we've done
for boys' attention. We all know we've done it, guys. Girls or boys' attention. We did 100%. It for, just some cringe things, but we can laugh about it now.
Yeah, especially when you're young. It's fine. We have to record on it.
I know.
My laptop just shut down and started updating.
I was just like, Kathy. We love. Okay. Anyways, guys, we're back. So I know you want to hear about our little juicy cringe things. Yeah. But you know what? They were cringe. We were young. So at the end of the day, it's okay. Like, everyone did things that were...
Yeah, you live and you learn.
Yeah, you
had to go through
You had to use certain methods to get what you wanted.
It was like a rite of passage.
Exactly, you were exploring. So don't feel bad about it. Just laugh about it now. Yeah. And be like, shit, that was funny.
feel like a lot of you are going to relate to what we're going to say. Yeah. So, I mean, like...
Yeah, exactly. Do you have a specific story you want to start with? Or, like, any...
I do have stories, but I want to start with first, like, flirting techniques.
Okay.
Because...
Flirting techniques? Okay.
I was like... as I was reflecting on the different things that I've done, I realized I'm like... I don't... hear this. Because I don't know how to express emotions, the way I flirt is roasting people. But, like, sometimes I'm, like, really mean about it, and I don't realize.
But you're like, I like you. Yeah, you know that tweet where it's like... Isn't there, like, a TikTok about it where it's, like...
For sure.
Flirting, but she's, like, actually, like, insulting him or something?
I think that's me. And I don't, like... I don't
that's realize your love language.
Literally, like, roasting. Because I'll be, like... I'll like the person, but then I'll be, like... I'll say all these mean shit.
But it's just more to get teasing,
like,
no?
Yeah, because this goes back to like what I was talking about the book. I like toxic behavior.
Yeah. So it's like that little game where you like tease each other. It creates that tension. Exactly. But like you said, if you don't, and when you're young, you're not really taught how to like communicate feelings to someone, you know? Like, who teaches that? Unless your parents like talk to you and sit down.
Unless you're a very open family that always talks about your feelings.
But I don't know if many parents will like sit their kid down and be like, oh, you have like a high school crush? Okay, this is how to tell him. Like, you know? It's not that serious too, because you're in high school, so you don't think anything of it, and your parents don't either. You're not like, you know.
But it's not only high school. Like, even in college, I did that. Like, it's
but that's because you were like, you
20s and 20 and under.
Yeah, it's also hard to tell someone directly. Like, it's easier to be indirect because it's like you're giving them hints. So low key, you're telling them that you like them. Yeah, but not directly. So if they don't like, it's not rejection. Like, you know what I mean?
But it kind of goes into that conversation after. You know how like when guys are mean to girls and they're always like, oh, it's because they like you. Like no,
but that's not true. Don't teach. True. Don't even when you weren't like. Even when you're in, like, elementary, that's what they say. Like, I
had a student teacher tell me that when I complained about a boy at school. And I'm like...
Yeah. That was always a thing. No. But it's like, it's not... No. Yeah. Maybe he's just a bully.
Yeah, literally. So that's why it's like, I need to... Well, now I don't need to do anything. I have a boyfriend now. Like...
She's taking y'all, okay?
I insult him, but, like, it's a joke.
Sorry, Nick.
But, yeah, so it's like... It's a bit weird when you're young because you don't know how to flirt, Exactly. And then it's like, if you're insulting the person, obviously they're not going to
They might not, like, that might be your way of expressing you like them.
They might just think, like, you're just bickering.
Exactly. They might just, because, like, imagine they're taught that, oh, when someone's mean to you, it's because, like, they're just being mean and they don't like you, and you're taught the opposite. So, exactly. Like that like that transparent. Like, but you're 5 or 6 or 7. I don't know how old you are, but you don't know that at that age. So it's like, look, it's all like gonna go downhill from
no, like, literally. From there. It won't work if you do that.
Anyways,
but it's like you have to mix in the bickering with like actual like compliment, which I think like in my college days I learned to do that. Like high school, it was just
like actually be kind of nice.
Yeah, like actually like compliment
you a little bit, like, but it's like ew.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I hate myself.
I don't want to say. Yeah, every time I like try to be nice to like a guy and just like or like he does something nice and like,
wait, how do you flirt? I don't think I've ever seen you flirt like in person.
Flirt? I think it depends. Like, I think it's the way that I talk. Like, if you're charismatic, like, I'll just, like, be funny. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you're always funny, so.
I don't know. Like, I don't have a flirting tactic. Okay. I'm just kind of, like, if that person can talk, you know what I mean? You have to know how to talk, and we can like jump off, but I don't think I'm like, I think I'll tease sometimes, but I don't think I don't like roast. Mean. No, but I don't. No, but that's I'm not just mean. No, you're not mean. You're just like roasting. That's fine. If they can't handle it, they're not the one.
That's very true. That's very
exactly.
true. Period.
It's also sense of humor. Like it's different, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think I just like go with the flow, and I'll like make funny comments, or like I'll just like try to use sense of humor. I think and conversation. You know?
Yeah, I get
Or like deep talks right away from the start. I feel like that's how I am. I'm just like, what are your deep-rooted passions in life?
It's a quick way to get to know someone.
Yeah, I just like get to I don't like small talk. It's like boring. It's so awkward. It's like interesting. It's like, hi, okay, cool. What do you do for like, you know? Yeah, I think I'm just like try to be like funny or and weird. I don't know.
It's interesting before that you use the word tactic, because I made a mental note in my mind of I have a flirting tactic.
Okay, we need to know it.
And
Give
it
us
happened
a step-by-step detail.
And I named it a tactic because it's happened 3 times. And I feel like if it's happened 3 times, it works. Like it's a thing that I do.
It's like a pattern that you use.
It's a pattern, yeah.
Okay, we want to hear it.
I take the guy shopping.
I'm laughing. Okay.
So I take the guy shopping.
That's and like a good activity.
Let me prefix. Is that the word? Let me like
prefix. I don't know.
Anyways,
whatever. They'll understand.
Let me explain myself before. But like I in my college friend group, I used to always like help out the guys with fashion and stuff. So it's like, but it's kind of like a natural thing for me.
Exactly, because you want to see like.
And I think it's because it's so natural to me. And I'm in my element.
You're comfortable.
Let me do this.
Yeah.
So it happened with 3 guys before, Nick included.
Yeah.
But Nick fell already together, so I mean, whatever. He's a little, like, he's very picky with clothes.
Okay.
So it's
Which is kind of cool. That means he has, like, certain things he likes.
Yeah, because if it's, like, it ruins my tactics, because then I can't be like, oh, this would look good on you. Yeah. Be like, I don't like it. I'm like, what?
So your flirting didn't work.
I'm like, bitch. Anyways. But I do this thing where I'll take them shopping, or I'll go shopping with them, whatever, and I'll always be like, "Oh, this shirt would look really good on you." Like I'll
so it's like a compliment, but it's like not directly because you're saying like it's your shopping. Yeah, so you're just saying
or
the clothing.
Like I'm not. Oh my god, I was about to say I'm in the changing room with them. I'm not in the changing room with them. I'm like waiting for them to change, try on stuff. They'll come out, and I'd be like, "Oh, your shoulders look really good."
Yeah,
like that's when
so it's like compliments, but they're not too direct.
Yeah,
because it's like you're in the context of shopping. Yeah, so obviously you have to give him critiques.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like
I'm like, I don't like that. Try this. Try this.
Yeah,
outfit.
exactly.
You know,
okay, Kathy. I see. Oh, okay, that's interesting. You see, I haven't had like. When I've been on dates, it's just been like food or like a walk.
I mean, but same.
Yeah,
but
so like, I don't have like a tactic. It's just me I think it's just conversation.
I think it's just because I don't know how to express things, so I'll do it in that way. I feel less, not embarrassed, but I don't
intimidating.
It's intimidating to express
feelings.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like if I do it in that context, like we're already.
It's almost like you're keeping like a protective shield over you. But I do that too. In ways.
I have trust issues, so like.
No, I get it. I use comedy as like my protective.
Yeah. No.
Like it's bad.
See, I roast and then compliment you for fashion related things.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting that you noticed that pattern.
Yeah. That's when I was reflecting about this because I was like, let me think of all the things that I've like done. Yeah. And shopping
is like the thing that's common for you.
Yeah, it's a common factor.
Everyone knows your secrets now. You know she's kind of interested.
Yeah, I take Nick shopping a lot. So.
Exactly. So she's very interested in it. But okay, that's interesting. I love that.
Yeah.
But oh my god, okay, I want to like talk about some cringe things I did in high school for like some boy crushes I had. So it's a little story time. Okay, this is bad actually because it's gonna be so people.
Oh wait, should we assign like code names for each person? Because I feel like if we just
we're not gonna say. Okay, so bro, I've matched with him so many times. I'm gonna say, but I've matched with him on Tinder multiple times, and he doesn't know. Like, he literally forgets every time. He's like, "Oh, that's a cool name, Afiyat." Bro, I swear it's so funny. That's why. So I was in high school, like. I would say secondary 1, sec 2, and I had like a crush on someone that was like older. So we'll call this person Jake.
Yeah.
So Jake was older, and you know I'm always attracted to older men. No, but basically I just found him attractive, and he was like kind of like not popular, but was, though. Like the popular, and I think other people too,
he was like the cool guy,
and kind of like the good looking, but there were other people too, I guess, but like that was yours, and like you know when the school kind of like knows about, like he's like the guy everyone kind of knows about, like everyone knows, so I think that's like intriguing. And you know when you're in younger grades, you know who the older people are, but like they don't necessarily know you. So, I don't know how it led to this, but I think I was just like doing the, you know, usual stalking. And when you're back in the day on Facebook, when you were in like entering high school, you would just add everyone that kind of went to your high school. I don't know if that was like, you did that too. I think I did, yeah. And everyone would be like, hey, do I know you?
Do I know you?
But they would accept you or whatever. But that was like the thing.
That's so weird to me. Like, why?
I don't know why we did that. Like imagine now you're like, hey, do I know? Like on their wall, not even like a message, like literally on their wall, so everyone would see, weird. And you'd be like, I go to your high school.
I'm in grade.
I'm in second one. Yeah, literally. Okay, so I think I probably like added him or something, or like I did some stalking, looked at his picture. So you know my obsession grew. And then like I would see him at school, blah blah blah. So I got
especially I feel like early high school, it's like you become obsessed with the people.
Exactly. And you're like, ooh, high school, like you're older now, or like getting to like out of teenage years.
It's time for me to date.
Have fun. Yeah.
Even though we never dated anyone.
Literally. No, for real, honestly. Anyways, I'll explain that later. But like, dating wasn't really like on my mind, but I still found people attractive. Yeah. So, you know, I had my stalker FBI moment. So I would like, I don't know how I found this, but I ended up finding his like MSN or something. Oh, like his Hotmail. I think it was like linked to, oh my God, people are going to think I'm crazy. And don't judge me. It's okay. You can judge me. I know you guys did worse.
She was 12.
Okay. Yeah. Like literally 12 or 13.
Let's say that.
So, I think it was linked to like Facebook, you know, where you can put like your Hotmail. Okay. And on MSN, you just, I don't remember, but I think you just add by email or even by name. So, yeah. You could search by name. Yeah. So I like searched Jake's name or something or his email, and I found it, and I was like, I'm going to add on MSN. And, so then what happened was, I think through either his Facebook or, I think on his MSN, his number was there.
What a creep!
Me or him? Stop.
So
yo, I was very like, go-getter.
You know what? You go for what you want.
Shoot my shot. This is why I don't shoot my shot. This is why I don't shoot my shot anymore. Okay, so here I am. I've got this guy's number, right? So obviously the next logical thing to do is like try and text him, even though he has no idea who the hell I am.
This is so funny because I have no idea what the story is. Like I've never
You've never heard me say it? Because it's like old. I try to repress it. I repress it. Okay, so I put his number in my phone. I'm like, and then, you know, I did my digging. So I noticed people called him like a nickname. Like,
okay.
I'm not gonna like Jake something like cute, like, you know, like a little nickname. So I'm like, oh, I'll just like message him. I won't say who I am, and I'll just see what he responds.
A stalker.
Yeah, I am. I'm creepy as a fuck, guys. Stay away from me. So I message and I'm like, hey, nickname. Like I put the nickname and like that's it or something along the line. So it almost sounded like he would, like I knew him, you know?
Yeah.
I was just experimenting at this point. I didn't know what was gonna happen, right? Yeah. And he doesn't know what my number is, whatever. And like my number was full on there. Like there was no *98 or whatever. Like he could see it. He replies. He's like, hey, is this he's like, hey, is this something like Rebecca or something? Yeah. Like, yeah, a random name. And then, he's like, oh, hey, who is this? Or I lost my... Like, he thought he knew me, basically, because I used that nickname. Smart.
Oh, my God. Watch out for Afi, guys.
I don't do this anymore, by the way. Don't judge me. So, I was like, oh my God. So then I'm like, shit, he thinks he knows me. So I have to play along with this character of like, he knows me. So I'm like, oh, guess who it is? Because technically I'm not telling him that.
You played your cards.
Oh no, I know. Guys. Yo, I was playing games on games. So I don't know why, but this was so fun for me that I was like, so I was texting Jay and I was like, oh, guess who this is, you know, because he's like, oh, is this blah, blah, blah. And, or he said something like, who is it or something. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, oh, and then he was like, sorry, is it Rebecca or whatever, that random name. And then I was like, and I think I said, no, guess again or something like that. I don't think I pretended to be like,
yeah.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I'm sorry. I spoke my identity for like 2 seconds. So then I guess he assumed I was somebody that I wasn't. And then, and then eventually, no, I didn't do that. I was like, no, that's not like blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, well, who are you? Like, what's your name? Then I was like, you can call me Affy. So I told him who I was.
Okay, but did you say, like, I'm from this grade?
No. After I said that, I don't know if he, like, messaged me after.
So you just said your name, but you didn't tell him, like, anything about you?
No, I didn't. Because I was scared. Like, he knew it. You know what I mean?
So you probably, like, I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, exactly. He probably, exactly. And then, oh my God, I was such a fucking weirdo. I had him on MSN, right? And he, like, accepted. And I was saying that he was online and he wasn't answering my text. So I literally would message him. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, you're active on MSN, but you know. Kill me now. I was psycho, guys. Like, I was almost like, bitch, you, like, never dated anyone. This guy doesn't even know you. Why are you acting like you would fucking, like, own him or something? It was crazy. Because I was getting, you know how you see people online? Yeah. And I guess at that age, I just, like, put it out there. Yeah, like, you were like, but that's creepy. Imagine him who doesn't even know who I am, and a random person's, like, yelling at you. Because you're not, creepy. That's a little, that's fucking creepy. I don't know what is maybe my Aquarius self. Yeah, you were like, I was very determined. Yeah. It's like an obsession. It wasn't good. I can't believe I'm putting this out there, but yeah. So then, anyways, I think I, like, eventually, like, whatever, he wasn't gonna answer, but then I did something even creepier.
Oh no.
Like, God, sorry. This,
I know. Oh no. Oh no.
And then, I saw on Facebook that he kind of, like, was always tagged with this other girl.
Oh no.
And it was like, so I found her MSN. And I added her on MSN.
You're joking. Please tell you're joking.
No. So then, I think I didn't message her. I think she had messaged me saying, who are you? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, do I know you? Yeah. And that was it. So, yeah, that was creepy. But I didn't message her. I don't know why adding would,
you
like...
wanted to know what's up. You wanted
but, like,
to know
how was I going to know? Yeah, what the fuck? I was weird, guys. Anyway, so I did some weird-ass shit. So then that happened, but then eventually I think he kind of realized who, like, that I was that person, because I think we had each other on Facebook, so he probably maybe, like, searched or something, because I feel like I would see him in the halls and he made, like, this weird eye contact. I was like, oh, fuck. Or, like, once I was walking to the park and I was like, oh, but then this was the worst time. I had detention. And he had detention, and they say your name out loud in front of everyone for attendance.
That's so embarrassing. Affy,
and I was
you
like,
just shot yourself in the
foot. Did I fucking know I was gonna? That was like my first detention ever, and I was like, no.
I didn't know you had detention.
Yeah, I think I went once or twice.
All the DTs I used to get were from my uniform.
It was so... Detention was useless, honestly. It's like you do homework for an hour and then you go home. Like, sometimes. Okay.
Actually, I got out of detention in elementary once.
How do you get detention in elementary then?
Bitch.
No, but why do they... How do they even have
You know why? We had a substitute teacher, and me and I think 3 other guys went outside without the teacher because we thought the whole class was going outside. Yeah. So we were outside. Literally, it was just us 4, and we're like, oh, where is everyone? We go inside. The substitute teacher was raging. Oh my God. She gave us all DTs. We had to go into a room, I think during lunch.
That's torture.
And we had to write why what we did was wrong. And I was like, I literally just didn't know
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I didn't know what was happening. I
don't know. It's kind of like...
It's so weird. I think she just wanted to show her dominance.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe she misunderstood because maybe she thought you guys purposely were like disobeying her, and she got insulted, but you just didn't know. Yeah. Anyways, the substitute teachers need to pipe down. Like, relax. Sorry, no offense. Anyways, but okay, so whatever. I add this. Sorry, my story time's getting long. Whatever. I add. He's in DT with me, so I'm like, fuck. Like, I could just tell by the energy because we were like in line to get into. So I could just tell he knew that it was me. You know, just like.
I mean, like, you also have like a very unique name, so
it's not that hard, and he literally had it right. Like, he could. I don't think he's that dumb where he wouldn't like be able to. I don't know. He never like said it directly. But I did. Wait, the story gets worse. I apologize to my brother if he ever listens to this.
Oh no!
I think he knows, but my brother's a good brother where he'll be like my wingman.
Which brother? The middle brother?
Older brother.
Okay, oldest.
Yeah, oldest. Yeah. So basically, we had like a computer that was kind of like a family computer in like the computer room that everyone could use. And sometimes
remember family computers?
Yeah, whatever. It was like this big giant, like Anyways, so my brother was on it, but he would never log out of his Facebook, and I needed another way to reach my dream mans. I needed another way to reach my mans. The methods did not work. I was determined. I was like, I think this was before. No, I think this was after the DT even.
Oh my god.
Shit. I'm a crazy bitch. So then after, I was a crazy bitch.
Yeah, let's correction. Yeah. She's not like this anymore.
I'm not like this anymore. So basically, I added him on Facebook from my brother's account. Because I was like,
I'm like getting red for you. Second I
get should I even put this out there? Yeah, it's already there. It's funny. I was in high school. I think it's hilarious. Okay, so then I add him. And then he obviously, it was back in the day when you'd be like, hey, do I know you? So he messages me, my brother's account, and he's like, hey, like, do I know you?
Poor brother.
He's fine.
And it's good because he has a different last name.
Yeah. Exactly. So then I'm like, but it's okay anyway. So then I'm like, hey, no, but does anyone know each other here? Like, who cares? Like, something like really like...
I need to leave. That was the ugliest sentence ever.
Something like that. I wish I could like find the receipt. But it was like something sweating. Oh no.
This is like a lot.
So basically, I was like, he was like, hey, do I know you? And I was like, well, no, like, who, does anyone know each other? Like, something like weird as fuck, okay? Like, trying to be like a bro, you know? And then he's like, he actually thought it was funny. He was like, ha ha ha, cool, man, whatever.
I don't think he thought it was funny.
No, I swear. I think he thought it was like, okay, maybe not funny, but like,
he probably
was like,
just didn't know what to say. So
exactly.
Like, ha, ha, ha.
So then I don't know what I said, but I was trying to act like pretend to be a macho brother.
Yeah.
And I like somehow mentioned that my brother was doing boxing as him.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, what's your weight class? And I was like, what the fuck? What? I don't know my brother's weight class. And I was like, no. I was like, I don't know, I haven't been in a while. But I just brought it up that I was in. So he probably thought like, what the fuck, this dumbass.
Like,
So then I was like, obviously the point of the conversation is to bring up me, like Afi. I'm not just gonna like pretend to be my brother, right?
I'm
like there needs to be purpose. Okay, there needs to be purpose. So then I'm like, oh shit, wait, I think my sister goes to the same high school as you. I'm the worst. Okay, after this story, we need more story time.
I'm crying. Okay. I literally have tears. Holy shit, Abby.
Oh my god, this is a good story time then.
It is. Go ahead. Oh my god. Okay. I'm crying.
So then, I'm like, I think my sister goes to your high school. And he's like, she's really annoying, but like trying to be like, like cover it up, you know? Oh and then he's like, like, what's her name? I'm like, it's Afiyat, like Jahan, I don't know, like if you know.
This poor guy. I'm sorry, but this poor guy must have been like, shit, not again.
He's like, I'm like, do you know her? And he's like, I'm like, oh, sorry, I want to apologize. She's done some stupid, like, almost like I was like trying to apologize on my behalf. Yeah. No, but like on my behalf. Yeah. No, on my brother's behalf for me, or like whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was like weird because like I couldn't message him. You know. Then he's like, oh, yeah, I know her. It's okay, don't worry. Like, something, like, he said something like that. I was like, oh, shit, so he knows, like, who I am. He probably... And then we kind of just stopped talking. I think it's at peace with him just knowing that, like, my brother apologized. And then I think I, like, closed it, but I don't think I, like, deleted the conversation or deleted him. Your poor brother. I don't remember. I forget, but I think I didn't. So I think... But my brother's really chill, so I don't know if he was like, what the fuck? What is this conversation? But anyways, that was basically what in general what happened. I didn't do anything else that was cringier than I did. I was like in a like heartbreak moment. I literally wrote his like initials on my calculator with like liquid paper and like put a heart.
Afi.
Fucking shit, man. What was wrong with me, okay? I wrote and then you know, on your Facebook profile pic, so I replaced it, and I went on Paint, you know, like Paint on your like PC.
Oh my god, this era, yeah.
And I wrote his initials with hearts, and I put it as my profile pic.
You're kidding.
Because I was like, oh, it's like putting my love out there, but it's not direct because no one will know.
This is literally my worst nightmare.
Bro, I just put it out there. Like, I did this to myself, okay? I did this to myself.
My God,
I put it out there. And then I remember once, one of this girl that I was kind of friends with was like, oh my God, poor... Because she kind of knew that I had a crush on him.
Yeah.
And once we were going to the park, and he was walking, like, opposite ways. Mm-hmm. And then, but it wasn't me. My friend was like, oh, should we just go back? But I didn't say let's go back. But she was like, let's go back. But it looked like we were following him back because we did this. But awkward. Then the other girl that I was friends with that knew I had a crush, she was like, she's like, oh my God, you're such a stalker. Like, poor guy, leave him alone. And I felt so bad when she said that. I was like, but I literally, well, obviously I stalked before, which was bad. But that wasn't like my plan to go back. It's just because the bell was going to ring soon. And she was like, oh, we already walk this way, let's just like go back. But like it looked like we were like trying to like you know,
awkward. Yeah.
Okay, that's it, that's the whole story. I'm sorry it took really long.
It's fine. Before I get into my own story time, I just want to mention there was this one time that I had to be a wing woman for Afi in class.
That was a good one. Yo, he's still my soulmate. Okay, we need to find this man.
So let me paint the picture. We're in English class. I'm sitting behind this guy who always wears a One Tree Hill hoodie. And Afi loves One Tree Hill.
Yes, we love.
So she was like starstruck.
Because there's not a lot of guys that would like put it out there. It's more women. It adheres to both, but like more women watch it.
Exactly. Yeah. And like he was very charismatic. He was always answering.
Cute. He was cute. He was good looking. He was smart. He like ticked off all the boxes. One Tree Hill bonus.
Yeah, exactly. But Afi would not speak to him.
Yeah. I remember I was traumatized from like high school.
We had to, literally. There was even like, we had to do like, not a group project, but like we got into groups to do an assignment that we had to present in front of the class. And I remember there was like a spider or something. Do you remember this? Because I remember it clearly. There was a spider while his group was presenting. And like it was near us, and he made a comment. So I like waited. I was like, "Is she gonna say something?" But then you didn't. So then I stepped in. I was like, "Oh," I said a comment or whatever
about the spider.
Yeah, but because he was trying to make
what
conversation with us.
What the heck did you want me to say?
He was trying
my God,
because we were like three girls. You know, like
I was trying to be hard to get because I gave it too much away in high school.
It was a little too hard to get. But I get you. So then I made the conversation.
I remember.
I remember. I was like, Afi, come on.
Okay.
So then. Later on, there was this one time I was sitting behind him again. Afi was to my right. He was
I was like, "Can we need a strategy?"
So she's looking at me and she's like, "What do we do? Like, I need to talk to him." So I'm like,
I think I told you to say like we planned the discussion.
We're like maybe, but anyway, so we planned something. So randomly, I go out loud. I'm like, I don't know. I think Gossip Girl's better than One Tree Hill. So quick.
It worked.
It did work. He turned around so quick.
You think he knew that he had a sweater?
100%.
But he wasn't wearing it that day though, so it could be that we didn't.
I don't know. I don't remember. He turns around so quick. He's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, Gossip Girl's better than One Tree Hill. That's what we're talking about." I'm like, she likes One Tree Hill, but I think Gossip Girl's better. Hooked him in.
We hooked him, guys. It worked. He started a conversation.
Yeah.
And that was a good tactic. Maybe that's one of my tactics. It's like getting people, finding people's interest. Yeah. And because I knew he liked Montreal. Yeah. So it was like an easy thing. Exactly. And guys are oblivious, no offense. I don't think he knew that we like planned it. Because then why was he like, or he thought it was funny that we did it on purpose, like attention, it hooked him in.
Since that moment, he would always like, turn around and talk to us.
He would
okay.
I think I found him on Facebook.
Oh my god, you should have had him.
No. Like, what was I gonna? No, I was too traumatized from high school. I didn't want to be too creepy.
Yeah, it's
like I did all the creepiness of my whole life was like in that one Jake moment, all those Jake moments.
The encompassing, cringe.
Oh my god!
But that was funny. That was like
that was a good one. You were a good wingwoman. Yeah, okay, virtual high five. Okay, Kathy's a good wingwoman. She
virtual. We're in person, bitch.
No, I know, but I don't know if okay, we can touch each other. Okay, it's fine.
We're always Oh my god.
But no, that was a good, and I think I had a good method.
It was.
Yeah.
It was smart.
And like, guys probably think like a typical conversation is us talking about Gossip Girl, so it was like two good elements. And he was gonna he had to be a hardcore fan if you had a sweater. Yeah. So for sure he was gonna get upset by that.
Exactly. There was a lot. You like the other guy too in that class though.
Oh yeah.
That class.
I don't have a physical type. They're all different. They were very different from each other, no?
No, they were white boys with buzz.
No! Kathy, don't put me out there like that. No, but I mean in terms of like style and stuff, they were very different.
I feel like you connect more on personality.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like, well, they were both outspoken. I think it's really if you can speak and you're like, if you're shy,
I could not answer any questions. I remember.
It was
Nick
that was a
class.
good. Yo, you have to tell this story.
Nick was in that
Should
class.
I just cancel my appointment at this point?
No, you can call him out. I don't know. It's
okay, let's just continue. I don't care. Fuck that.
Okay. Well, Nick was in that class. I never spoke to him because we didn't talk to each other.
Did I not always be like, just say? Because you mentioned to me that he went to your elementary. Yeah. Should I say that?
Well, yeah,
that you guys went to elementary,
but there was like this other guy that I went to elementary school together, so they would always talk. But I would only say hi to the other guy,
one, and him. You were like, you once told me like you knew him. I'm like, oh, just say hi.
But it was awkward because we went to different high schools, but we always ended up on the same bus, and we never spoke. So I'm like, it's awkward if I speak now, type of thing. But anyways,
I get it. No, I get it. It's like weird if you weren't like.
We spoke about this class once because every time the prof would ask me a question, I could not answer it. I'm like, I have no idea what you're asking. Yeah. And he would always answer.
Our prof was known as like this, he was scary but fun. He was like that, you know, that cool prof that everyone like wants to be in his class but also can't answer his questions.
Yeah, he was like a hard ass on like questions and tests.
But he was nice. And he always had the best story times.
That class was fun.
He talked about his like divorce and like how.
I never wanted to speak in that class though because I was like, he's gonna judge. He's
intimidating. Yeah, he's like a judgy prof. The one that like doesn't listen to the rules, like cool, like.
So it was like a mix of things. So you were going after two guys. I was trying to avoid Nick,
and now
our other friend was trying to talk about another guy.
Yeah, and we had someone that we also knew from high school. I think that was in our class.
Yeah,
that we said
hi.
He also went to your elementary school. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, that's him.
That's why we would always say hi to him.
Okay, but that makes sense. It's because he went to high school with us, so obviously.
Yeah, it's a bit better. Okay. Anyways,
so it's fine.
We digress. So let's go into my story time. Yeah. So obviously there was a lot of cringe things I used to do. I used to do a lot like text my crush and be like, "Oh, sorry, it was my friend," or "Oh, sorry, wrong number."
Bro, I still think about doing that today, but I stopped myself like, no, they're gonna know.
I used to call, but not like actually answer the phone. I used to just call and be like, "Oh my god, I butt dialed you."
Wait, you've like done it where you actually like they picked up and you said something?
No, I'd like let it ring twice and then hang up.
Oh, and then you would.
Yeah, and then they would text me and be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I butt dialed you," and then I would try talking.
That's actually that's
like an OG tactic.
Yeah, because how are you supposed to approach someone? Like, you needed to approach them, and you can't just be like, "Hey, I want to talk to you."
Yeah, but I
realized
that like a lot of the guys that I liked, I'm pretty sure they knew that I liked them.
They probably liked you back, but we have to go through this.
No, I'm pretty sure they knew that I liked them because they'd always be flirty with me.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't actually like me, that's a whole other episode, bitch.
You think?
Yeah, 100%.
You could read like the energy.
100%. Because they would do things. Like, I remember I would always talk, especially my high school crush. Like, not especially, but like starting in high school.
I think
he would do shit. And I'd be like, okay, no, like, why would you do this unless, like, you actually like me?
Because we analyze it.
Yeah.
And then you interpret it in a way that he did like you or he didn't.
I'm like, something is happening.
Yeah, because you're like almost like showing me that you're reciprocating.
Because I'm also that type of person that won't 100% say like, oh yeah, he likes me. Because
because you never know. Because it's either like, you're always
but there's flirting going on. I don't know if he's just doing it just to like see my reaction or actually like me. But anyways, different episode.
Isn't it just easier to just be like, we should have just asked. Yeah, anyways, whatever. It's too embarrassing.
Different episode. So my cringe story that like was very prominent in my mind, which I really hope he doesn't listen to this podcast, but even if he does,
it's okay.
I laugh.
We laugh about it. We put it out there.
Yeah, I hope you're not clueless about it still, because that was like very obvious. But anyways,
it's okay.
Let's call him. What's a very generic name? Let's call him Chad.
Chad. I like Chad. Oh my god.
You know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's call him Chad.
Not
high school. College.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about high school. No. Okay. Chad. Fucking Chad.
My god, I'm like nervous. Okay.
No, it's okay. So you don't have to if you... Okay, anyway, say what you're comfortable with.
Everyone who was in our friend group in college, you're going to recognize the story. And if you're listening, I hope you laugh now, because
exactly. We're proud of it. It's like, really we're not embarrassed about it. Like, we're human beings. We had emotions.
It's also really funny because it was very obvious, and I don't know if he caught on. So it's like really stupid. You know what I mean?
I feel like they don't... It's not obvious to them. Anyways. Yeah, it's obvious to us. Okay, go.
So,
I'm listening.
We decided to go on a group date with our friends. Yeah. To go see a movie and have dinner first.
Yeah.
So we go to the dinner place, and the girls arrived first, I think, except for one girl. So all the girls claimed the booth before I could even run to them. Because I always like the booths.
Yeah.
But I had to sit on the side with the chair. So at first I was sitting at the corner. Mm-hmm. And then Leanna was like, don't sit at the corner because then you can't sit next to him. Because the other girl's going to sit next to me. Yeah. So literally, how awkward is this, okay? All the girls on the back, on the booth seat. Mm-hmm. All the chairs here. I'm the only one here. Instead of sitting at the corner seat, I'll sit in this one of the seats in the middle.
So that way,
So when he comes, he'll have to sit next to me.
You, yeah.
And, the other girl sits at the corner.
Yeah.
So awkward, so obvious. If I saw that, I'd be like...
No.
I think I'd be like, what's going on here? Why don't you just sit... I would make a comment about it.
You think? I don't think guys would realize.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying me.
Yeah, maybe.
I would make a comment.
Maybe you'd be like, okay. Because we understand women's tactics.
Yeah, exactly.
We understand the brain of a woman.
So, actually, at this point, I don't remember if he was with one of his girlfriends at the time or if they had broken up. Yeah. Because when he came, obviously he sat next to me, we were eating, whatever, and we were talking, amongst ourselves. Mm-hmm. But I remember him mentioning his girlfriend or his ex or whatever, and one of the other guys that we knew that was, really, a sexist and, shit, intensely.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And, no, wait.
No, it's not who I think it is? Okay, it's someone else.
But basically he was, telling me how, he... in a way sexually harassed his girlfriend when they were together. I think they were broken up at this time because I wouldn't have been flirting with someone who was a woman. Yeah. You know? But anyways, so we were talking and we were getting deeper in the conversation and then we took a group picture. Yeah. And I remember Leanna was like, oh guys, cozy up to everyone.
Yeah,
I was
so
oh my embarrassing. God. This is so bad. But whatever. So we took the picture and then I remember after we were looking at the picture just amongst the girls. Yeah. And everyone's like, oh my god, you guys look so good together. And I'm like, oh, I know.
Did they do it because they knew?
No, we wanted a group picture but we were sitting next to each other.
No, but I mean, did they say that compliment to make it obvious for the guy?
No, it was just amongst the girls.
In general, they just thought they were being honest.
Yeah, it was just our girlfriends.
Oh, and they were saying oh, you guys look okay.
I'm like, oh my god, I know. Anyways, so then after we had to go see the movie. Yeah. So I'm following the group. And I go to sit next to people. We had reserved one that's a top row, and then a bottom row. So we reserved 2 rows.
You can reserve for
that because it was a big release. I don't want to say
the movie, it's fine,
but it was a big
thing. Yeah, I
release.
get it. Yeah.
So we reserved, and we had I think 4 seats here, and then the rest were all here. So I'm walking here.
Yeah.
And Leanda ended up on the top row with him.
Yeah.
So Leanda,
with your person?
Yes,
what the fuck?
But because I was like, just like, whatever, let me just go sit.
Why is Chad on here?
Because I don't, but also like, I don't think of these things. Because again, I don't know.
It's hard to plan. Like, how are you going to plan? Like,
and I don't know how to flirt with people. So I'm just like, let me just like sit and have a good time with my friends. Exactly. You know? So I'm there. I think I was like at the end seat here. Yeah. And Leanna calls out to me and she's like, Kathy, can you switch place with me? Because like I don't like the angle here.
I love Leah. Yeah.
So then I was like, then I knew what she was doing. So I'm like, okay, it's time to get into my annoyed.
Do you think he knew? I don't think he knew. I think he just thought like, he did not know. Bro, guys,
he was clueless.
Stupid. Like, what do you mean the angle? It's a theater, boys. You need to like. Bro, like you
I acted all annoyed because that's how I get when I don't want to like people to see my feelings. So I'm like, oh, okay, Leanna, let's go.
Or were you trying to show that like you didn't want to?
I just didn't care.
Yeah.
You know, my don't care.
Yeah, I get it. But you did care.
I obviously
but you were just trying to show that like, we didn't plan this.
I remember sitting down and I was like, oh shit, I should have went up there. But then I saw that Leanna was there and I looked at her.
At least it was Leah, so that way it's easy.
So then she's like, oh, let's switch. I'm like, okay, sorry, whatever. I go.
Yeah, you're like,
I sit and we were watching the movie, whatever, and we were making comments to each other. Yeah. We were like both leaning in a little, you know, like into each other.
You're getting cozy.
But then what was pissing me off a little, he's kept checking his phone. Ugh. And I think
I do that sometimes when I'm nervous.
His ex.
Oh, yo, I just got a flashback of who his ex was.
The first ex.
Yeah. I forgot for like 2 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
So then I was a little annoyed because I'm like, I'm literally like...
How did you see that?
Because he took out his phone in a theater.
Okay, like, it's like flash. Yeah.
But and you're I was also like, okay, like, I'm not claiming him.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Mine,
but it's like kind of, you get, you know...
I got a little annoyed.
It's like me when I added the random girl.
The movie.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're also like, I don't like when people look at their phone during the movie.
Yeah, you know,
so
I get it.
It's also more irritating.
Yeah. But some people do that when they're nervous too. Like when they know like a pretty girl or like someone I have a crush on.
Let's not put thoughts in my head to make my head even bigger.
I'm just saying. Well, yeah, get your head like huge.
But anyways, so then after we finished, we were making small talk like throughout the whole night. Yeah. Not small talk, but we were like making comments to each other. Yeah. Throughout the whole night. And then after we ended. This was really fun. It was a fun like group day too, because then after we had like a snowball fight with everyone.
It was winter.
Yeah, it was winter.
Oh shit. Okay.
I wasn't participating, but I was like watching it happen, filming. You know how I do. I film everything on Snap.
Oh my god, duh.
You know, and it was just like a good time. But it was like, it wasn't as cringe, but it was so painfully obvious.
Yeah.
That, like the little people, hints. Like for sure they knew, but he didn't.
Yeah.
That's why it was like
they
cringe.
Never know. I get it.
You know what I mean?
Because like to you, they're like shit. That was like really. Like, and it's also cringy. Not
seat at the restaurant. And I'm like, how do you? And even the movie theater, I'm like, I'm purposely switching with someone that's sitting next to you.
But some people might not like even women might not realize. I feel like.
I'd realize.
But you know why? Exactly like you said. Not only is it cringy for the crush usually has no idea, especially if it's a guy. Yeah. No idea like usually. Clueless. But it's embarrassing because the other people around. Yeah. Like me when that girl called me out, I was like, oh fuck. Like it was embarrassing because she knew like the way it comes out because she knows. Oh my god.
They knew. And it's worse when other people know who you like because then they're making comments about
it. And it's always like it's like a pressure.
That for like 2 years, bitch.
Sorry.
But like, okay, it wasn't like I was like, okay, I don't really care, but
it's like if you don't care as much and people are still pushing, it's annoying.
Yeah, it got like really annoying because also like I knew he didn't.
Because then you don't even want to like him anymore because it's so annoying that like you know. And what if your feelings change and then people don't believe, like, you know, they don't believe you or like it's just weird.
Yeah. So it was just like,
I'm sorry. I hope I mean
no, it wasn't. But like it was annoying in the moment, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I hate you guys.
Yeah, exactly. You know I think we were just like,
it's also
our
intentions
were. Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
I don't really care. But anyway, so that was like super. It was like, ugh. You know what I mean? It was just like painful.
Yeah. No, I get it. And then you think about it, and you're like, because you have like this, like the scenario and the images in your head. Yeah. So you're like. How did I do that?
Yeah. It was just like...
But honestly, from my perspective, it doesn't sound that bad. Okay, so I was asking if you feel like it was worth getting like planning out the seating so that way, like, did your conversation, do you feel like it made a difference in terms of conversation, like were you able to talk to him more because he was
I think because I was able to talk, and we were kind of having a private conversation too, even though we were in a group setting. Exactly. So it was worth it.
I think it was worth it. Yeah. And I think because like telling someone you like them, you're more vulnerable than like putting the seat and like sitting in the middle and then I'm assuming.
Do you know, wait, I just thought of a cringe moment. Do you know how he found out that I liked him?
No. Wait, I want to know.
Our group was playing Truth or Dare.
We would always play those stupid games. I hated
Okay, listen, like college when we have long breaks is boring.
Yeah,
so we had to do like
we always played like stupid,
But we were playing Truth or Dare in a circle, and I remember someone asked me because I think they knew. Yeah. They were like, "Oh,
I think we were trying to get it out of you."
They're like, "Who do you find most attractive in the group or something?" So I remember turning
and
to
you.
You were there. You were sitting next to Drew. Yeah. So I remember turning next to Drew. I'm like, should I just say it?
I remember
she
this.
did her face where she goes, she's like, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, Chad.
Was he there? I love it.
So I said it.
Who cares? At least if someone asked you a question, so you're just being honest. Yeah. It's not like you put it out there.
But the thing is, it's like, the question wasn't like, I have a crush on this
No,
person.
it was
like,
just
who do I find most attractive?
Yeah, but I guess they like link it.
Then everyone was like, yeah, because the way I was reacting, which I wasn't trying to hide it at that point.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, okay, I'm done with this shit.
I'm like, I'm done playing these games.
Yeah,
even though the games continued, but I'm like, let me just say it.
Yeah.
And then like, that's when all the jokes started happening.
And what was his reaction? Like, do you remember? I'm sure he was like, oh.
Yeah,
I was like, why would you
like
not?
Hyped up? Ugh.
I mean.
I hate it.
It's like, I think it's a compliment when someone likes you.
Well, obviously it's a compliment. Yeah, I love those games. I got a lot of compliments.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, it's true. I remember.
Those are fun. My ego was just huge.
Okay, so but eventually you told he found out, I guess. So.
I think that was the most, aside from my actual relationship now with Nick, I think that was the most open I was with someone else.
Like expressing.
Because then there was like the
you
other
improved.
guy after.
Like you got better with like expressing.
Yeah, there was the other guy after, but that wasn't like, I don't know, it was like a weird situation. So it was just,
Oh my god. We've done some cringe things, ladies. So listen, gross. Okay, our advice is that, especially now that we're older, but even if you're younger and you're listening to this, just be straight up.
Yeah.
It's much easier and simpler. However, it leads to not as good stories.
Yeah.
But
let me just say, the games are fun, but there's only so much you can take before it gets
they're exhausting, okay? It is hard. So I suggest that you can just, the worst that can happen is that they don't necessarily reciprocate the feelings, which is okay. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what that person's response is. The point is for you to get it off your shoulder so you're not like holding things on you, I find that when you let things out.
Episode on rejection.
Oh, okay, that's where we can talk about like different things. Yeah, I like that. Because this episode we fucking took 1 hour. Like,
I know. It's gonna be a long one.
But yeah, ladies and gents, just express yourselves, honestly.
Takeaways from this episode, just be straight up with people.
Straight up.
You can play those games, but don't let it linger for past like 2 months. Like that's just like, then it's like, do they even really like you? I don't know.
Yeah, it's easier to just ask them and find out straight away, and then honestly, I think it'll work out for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll continue something with them, or maybe you won't, but it's okay.
Personal takeaways, Afi has grown. Afi is now knows what she wants and just goes straight into getting it without being creepy about it. So let's put that out there.
There you go.
I'm such a good wing woman, so if you need help,
Kathy's a great wing woman. Kathy's a great woman. Kathy has grown too tremendously.
Yeah.
She doesn't,
I don't need these games anymore.
Exactly. She could be straight up.
Past it.
And she won't insult you if she likes you.
I will.
She'll tease you.
I will, but like I'll know
in a nice
like,
way. She'll add a laugh at the end. So it'll be like anyway,
you'll know if I'm like roasting you or roasting her for fun.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
But we won't be doing these stalkerish. Well, I was the stalker. You were just like throwing hints.
I'm just
like planning things out. I don't know.
I was sneaky.
We want to know your tactics. Honestly, comment and let us know if you did things just as cringy as us. Mm-hmm. And we want to laugh a little bit because you guys probably had a good laugh.
We're gonna post the question on our
Instagram. I still want to know exactly. But yeah, those are things that we did. And also at the end of the day, don't let these boys or even girls consume your thoughts. You have other things to focus on, queens and kings.
That was so weird. I get what you're saying.
But you know what I mean? Like,
focus on yourself.
Exactly.
Self-improvement is like key, especially like if you're that young and like, you're going to be interested in boys, girls, or, you know, non-binary. So let's put that in there, you know, but like that shouldn't distract you from like progressing your life.
Exactly. Because I remember when I like had a crush, I was like consumed, but I'm also an overthinker. That's just how I am. But I was it's not good. Yeah, I was very distracted. Exactly. I was very distracted, and I would like be into like, it's like I was in a bubble and just that.
Every year of my life I had a crush, and I think it's also an air sign thing. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I just stopped totally. I was like,
we're like up in the clouds, we get consumed.
Yeah, and then you like the idea, and you love, and like I don't know. But it's just,
don't let it distract you.
Yeah, just, you got this. Anyway, so that's a wrap on our first episode of this season. Woo! Yeah, season 2. Why did I say season? But first episode of season. But we hope you guys enjoyed it and had a few good laughs. Follow us on our socials, IG. You can listen to this on pretty much all platforms. You can watch it on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok.
Yeah, because we're popping off there. We're doing exclusive videos
Exactly. There. So click that follow button.
And that's a wrap.
Yeah, stay tuned for the next episode coming up next week.
Bye.